All right, welcome to IM-1 quarter 3 or part 2. I'm Coach Osborne, and I'm going to explain to you everything you need to know about this course, how to get started. You may be starting on time, maybe starting late. So I want to go over all those things that you need to know for this course. All right, so first of all, everything is posted on Schoology. What you see right here on the screen is what it should look like once you get in Schoology, and that's how you found this video, or maybe I send it to you through a message or email. One thing I want you guys to do is get signed up for Remind, and you'll see that in the assignments as we go through it. But here is a quick link. You can just click on, anything here is basically clickable. If you click on it, it'll take you somewhere. So here it'll take you to period 3 or period 5. Make sure you know what period you're in. If you're coming on campus, you probably know. If you are not on campus, then you probably need to look it up and just make sure that you are clicking the right periods, because I want to make sure you guys are in the right class. If you're in period 5, that is only distance learning. So if you're coming on campus, you're definitely not in period 5. You'll see here, I'll put announcements. So you can see that we had a Zoom on the first Tuesday of the quarter. And here I was saying that, work would be posted on Tuesday in the morning. And again, this will change throughout the week and from week to week as well. The other thing you guys will notice on here is here's my contact number. This is a Google number, so you can call me and I can answer through my computer or through my phone. And you can see those are the hours that are best to call me. I'm actually going to change that to probably 1 to 2 o'clock and not 12 o'clock, because I'm actually still in class at 12 o'clock. If you ever need the link for Zoom, you just go ahead and push that button. It's right there. Sorry about that. And then also down here, you guys are going to see the information for Zoom, especially for you guys in period 5 who need to know the schedule. Every week, Tuesday and Thursday, we will meet. The first week is Tuesday and Thursday. After that, it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But again, this schedule could change. So just make sure you're always paying attention to whatever that says, okay? And then you can see period 3, we will always meet on Tuesday. Obviously, if you're in the A group, you're never really going to have to meet on Zoom because you'll be here. But if you're in the B, C, or D group, then you will be here on Zoom on every Tuesday, okay? So time to check in, we'll go over notes and talk about the week. And here's that link. Here's the meeting ID and password if you want to do it that way. Okay, here other things like that's my family. So you guys can see that's where I'm from, is the Bay Area. That's why you see the Golden Gate picture in the back. It's my wife. We've been married to 11 years, and my boys. If you guys come on campus, eventually you'll get to see them. Right now, obviously, you won't, just because we have less people on campus. Right here is my Instagram page for class. It's Coach Osborne 94. So if you want to check that out or follow that, go for it. A lot of times I'm posting football stuff because I am a football coach here. If you click on this calculator, it'll take you to Desmos. If you click on that little Gmail symbol, that'll take you straight to writing an email to me. So it's just a quick way to send an email. If you click on me, it takes you to my class page. So pretty much everything here can be clicked on. And then you can find out about this guy. His name is Jaime Escalante, one of my favorite teachers, more well-known teachers from LA. To find out about him. Okay, so what you guys are going to be on here for most of the time is to find where your assignments are. All these little tabs here are clickable. So you can see week 1 is here. You can click on that, or you can click right here, which is weekly assignment folders, to get to your assignments. So you can click here, or you can click here. So I'm going to start here. So either way, it doesn't matter. If you're on your phone now, you won't be able to click on that graphic. I don't think it shows up. So here, you want to click on week 1, and you're going to see the list of things, tasks, and assignments to do. Now, each week, you're not going to see all these tasks outside of a folder. This is just because it's the first week. I want an introduction from you, getting some information from you. Also, there's an introduction to your classmates here on a Flipgrid. And then right here, it will be a sign up for Remind. If you haven't already done that, a lot of you have already done that, so you won't need to do that part. But I do need you to submit on Remind. So for this, Mind is a way I send out announcements, and message you guys. You can also reply to the announcements I send. It's only one way. So if I send out something to everybody and you reply back, it only comes to me. If you guys haven't used it before. Also, when you do click on this link to sign up, it will ask for a cell phone number. Just know that that's kept private. I won't even see the number, but you are added on, and you'll just have a user, and your user is just like your name, basically. And that way it can still communicate with you. You can set this up by text message, or you can click it and download the app. If you don't have a phone, you can also set this up to just use it on your computer. But I do ask that you guys, if you do have a phone, then set it up on the phone. If you have issues with internet and data, but you have a phone plan and you're able to call and make text messages, then just do it this way. And then once you guys are done with that, I want you to take a screenshot of your account online, showing that you have logged in. And so you'll submit that here and make sure I can see that you're in this class for whatever class you're in. If you do it on your phone and only do text message, take a screenshot or picture of those text messages, and then you can post that here as well. Okay. Another thing I recommend you guys is to download the Schoology app, because that's another easy way to upload pictures, because you can do it straight into the app instead of sometimes you got to email it to yourself or however you get it from your phone to your computer. It'd be easier if you just had the app. It's way simpler if you guys have a data plan. All right, so now the next thing is Delta Math. All right, so a lot of assignments each week you'll be doing in Delta Math, and then you guys are familiar with it. In order to get signed up, if you were not one of my students before, then you'll need to get signed up. And the way you do that is you log into your Delta Math account, and by clicking on, and then click on Tools, and then click Manage Login and Courses, and you're gonna add my class. And the code is right here, 579408. So you can pause for a moment if you haven't done that already and do that. So make sure you add that, and then there should be an add or submit button or something like there. And once you do that, make sure you select your class period. So if you're in period 3, click period 3. If you're in period 5, click period 5. Don't click period 2, 4, because that's my other classes, my junior classes for IM-3. Because then you'll be doing stuff that's way beyond what we should be doing right now. Okay, so that's if you already have an account. If you do not have an account, then you need to create one. Go to deltamath.com. Here's the link, and create an account. Click create account in the top right. Click student. Teacher code is there, and then you're going to fill out all your information, your name, email. Make sure you use your GOHSD account email, and then select the period. Make sure you guys select the right period. The last thing is, this is a video. It's a really good explanation on all the features of Delta Math, how it works, how the scoring works, so you know how to do it. So that's a good overview if you guys need to go over hey, what does it mean when, what does the point deductions mean? What does the percentages mean? How do I know when I'm done? That's a good overview right there. Okay, so we'll go back, and once you're done with all those tasks, then you can start your actual homework. So these are your assignments. You'll get folders like this every week. If you notice, it had a due date right there because that's when they're due. So make sure you guys are paying attention to those due dates and make sure you're turning them in on time. Again, part of the reason for doing that is to help you guys manage your time so you guys know what to complete and when, and you're not just, accumulating a ton of work and not knowing when to do what. Now, in the first folder, you guys are going to notice that there's an Ed puzzle, there's a Delta Math assignment, a discussion, and then a quiz. Probably pretty familiar for a lot of you guys, that even if you didn't have me before, you probably recognize the structure. The only thing with the first week, just week 1, these Ed puzzles are not required. After week 1, they will be, and then you'll see it's part of the order. If you notice, it has these little stars right here, and it says review if needed, meaning only watch it if you need it. Because this whole first week is review. So you don't need to watch that. But if you need some review and on how to do these equations, if you're getting stuck, you can do that. Okay. And then here's the first Delta Math assignment. And again, when you do those Ed puzzles, just make sure you are actually taking notes and following the instructions that are laid out there and doing everything in your notebook. So here in the Delta Math assignment, the Again, you've had to signed up just like I showed you a minute ago. You need to make sure you complete all your work in your notebook. Okay. So not every assignment is going to require you to do it in your notebook because some of them there's no work to really be shown. But if I do require it, it needs to be done in your notebook. Which, if you do not have a notebook, I will have some of these left in the library for you guys that maybe are new to my class or your notebook got trashed or lost. Try to find it though, please. I don't have a ton of them. If we do run out, you're going to have to go get your own. But we're going to make sure that it's this type where it has the grid, where it has a ruled composition book where you have the grid so you're able to graph and kind of order up your equations or your work that you're doing. It's really helpful. It's really helpful when you're doing math. Helps everything stay neat and everything. Okay, so you're working on your Delta Math assignment. Let's say it says week 1A solving equations review. So I'm going to go to Delta Math and sign in. And then right here, here's week 1A solving equations review. So I will do that assignment first. Don't just do all of these. Do this one first, complete it, and then post it, and then go on to the next assignment in Schoology. Okay, don't just fly through Delta Math right off the bat. So what I do is I click on that assignment right there, and then I'm able to start. So as I work through these, let's say my answer, I don't know, is 2. Then I would go ahead and click 2 right here. I don't need to put x equals 2. And a lot of problems, you don't need to put like a letter or x equals that. You just put the number that it's equal to. Click submit answer. It's going to ask you if you're sure or not. If you get it wrong, it's going to give you a chance to do it again. If you get it wrong twice, then it's going to tell you it'll tell you you're wrong, and it'll show you the steps on how to solve it. If you get it right, you'll get a big green check mark, and you can move to the next problem. Now, as you work through this, you'll see when you start, it'll say 0 out of how many problems you're supposed to get. Here it says 8 out of 8 because this person got 8 questions correct. And then over here it'll say 100%, so you know you're done. So what you do is now you click back, and I want a screenshot of that. I want a screenshot of this post right here showing 100%. Don't post it if it's 99% or 87. Make sure it says 100% and that all of these are checked off green. So you can see like here, you wouldn't want to post that, right? Because none of these are checked off and hasn't even started yet. But that's fine because that's not even till assignment till the end of the week. Then you see they finished this assignment as well. So that would be posted in a different Schoology assignment. You don't post them both in the same place. So I would take a screenshot of this, and I need to take a picture of the work that was done in my notebook, not just this screenshot. So I go here, and then I click submit. There'll be a little submit button up here. Upload a screenshot of that and a picture of your work. Okay, and then submit it, and then you're done. Okay, so the next part is discussion. Discussions are 2 parts: your response to the question and your reply or response to someone else, okay, who's in the discussion. That's what discussion is. It's 2 people talking, not just one by yourself. Okay, so here, for example, I give you a problem, and it says, I was trying to solve this equation, but felt like I did something wrong. So help me out. So now what you're supposed to do is answer the questions below by recording a video for your response. Then you must reply to someone else. And it shows you here how to do that. Do not just solve the equations. Look, it's already solved. There's no reason for you to solve and explain that. My question is, what was my mistake? I messed up. You need to find the mistake, which means you may have to solve it on your own. Take the first line here, solve it on your own, and then compare it and see what the mistakes are. But don't just explain how to solve it. I want you to explain, what are my mistakes? Answer the question, okay? Specifically, most of these discussions, guys, are not going to be you just solving a problem and explaining people how to do it. It's going to be like, what's a mistake? What's the best way of doing this? So you're not really going to solve it necessarily. And make sure you answer all parts of the question. What was my mistake? Explain how to do it correctly. So you will explain how to do it correctly in this case, and then create your own equation. When it says create your own equation, it also says don't solve it. So in other words, just post it. So here is an example of an equation. You could just switch the numbers around and make your own. And the reason for that is because when you reply to someone else, you're going to solve someone else's equation. Okay, so if you notice here, here's somebody who posted their video, and in the video they should have posted their equation. And I probably should have specified for you guys to actually write it here because it makes it easier for people to find it. But you could watch the video and then get the equation from there. And he's already posted his equation, so you listen to it, and then you solve that. And you post a picture of your work right here. And you'll see it specifies that right here. You must solve someone else's equation. You must pick someone who hasn't solved theirs or hasn't had theirs solved. So don't solve somebody that's already had it worked on by another student. Don't do that. And then you can post a picture of your answer, or you can type it out. So for instance, Alexis right here, she typed out her answer. So there's 2x. So here, they typed out their equation. Now, again, this isn't a correct response. I need to see a full video of the explanation, and it doesn't even answer all the questions. So make sure that you're answering all the questions here. And then if you're replying, then you can reply by typing, in this case, or however I specify, okay? So make sure you guys are doing those 2 things. Here's the rubric right here. Explains kind of, how you're scored on this. You don't necessarily have to get it correct to get points. If you get it incorrect, you get a couple points off, and it's actually 4 points for getting incorrect, but actually posting it correctly, so I got to change that. But that's how you do discussion. And then the last part of this folder is the quiz. A lot of you guys are taking these quizzes before. Click on it. You get 1 attempt. It's timed as well, so make sure you guys are ready to take it. I think these give you 20 minutes. And usually they're about 2 or 3 questions. Okay, so make sure you're ready to take it. You're going to need to label your notebook and do all your work in here because it's going to ask you to upload a picture. If you do have difficulties like uploading a picture and you run out of time, just send me the picture, and then I will keep a record of that, and that way you'll still get credit for it, okay? Because I know some people are working on it, and then they're running out of time, and they're like, I can't post it, it's running out of time. And then just send me a picture of your quiz, by email, okay, if you have issues with it. Contact me by Remind. That's the quickest way. But don't do it at 11 o'clock at night because I'm not going to answer, most likely. Okay, so that's really the layout of Schoology. And then obviously next week we'll post those assignments there. And again, just a reminder that if you post it on time, that's 100%. If you post it after, it's 75%. Every assignment is worth 4 points. And basically, if you posted it after that, it'll be worth 3 points out of 4. Okay? Until Sunday. Okay? After Sunday, all the assignments are half credit, 50%, or 2 points. Okay? The only thing that you can continue to get full credit for, no matter whether it's on time or late, are Edpuzzle notes and the quizzes. Not quiz is like the website, but quizzes like the ones I just showed you a minute ago. Okay, so you can still get full credit on that. So don't panic, I got to get the quiz done that night. If you need to ask questions about it, and it'll tell you what's in the quiz. When you open it up, it'll tell you there will be problems, it'll basically describe to you what the problems are. Okay, so if you're not ready for those, then you can, ask help, from me or a friend before you start it. Okay. Last thing is with attendance. Every day, you guys are expected to mark your own attendance, unless you're on campus. If you're on campus, then we're going to mark it. But if you're not on campus, or if you're distance learning, you're going to be marking your own attendance. The way you do that is you log into Infinite Campus, and you'll see this dashboard. Click on the class, and then there will be a button that says yes, I'm here. So let's say you click on integrated math, then there'll be a button right here that says yes, I'm here. Click on it, and then you're checked in. Only do this once you've started work or once you've basically logged into Schoology. Don't do this when you're just sitting there hanging out watching TV. Do this when you start your work. If I see that you've checked in and nothing was done, you didn't even look at the website or anything like that, then I'm going to uncheck that because I want to make sure you're actually like doing the work and getting started. So you don't necessarily need to like complete an assignment before you post it, um, before you uh, before you make it do your attendance. You just need to log in and start something. Okay. That's really it on how Schoology is laid out. Again, pay attention to the schedule. If you are coming on campus or if you're in period 5 and you're doing distance learning only. And again, if you guys want help, like one-on-one, you can go ahead and contact me by Remind, and I'll set up a Zoom with you. You can always stop by a class after school, and I'll give you times for that, or maybe before school. But just contact me and we can set something up like that, so you guys can get some help.